What's going on, YouTube? Ferocity here. Hope you guys are doing well. A new update came to Black Ops 6 in Warzone today, and I'm sure as you were expecting, the update came out fine. There were no problems, there were no issues. This is Call of Duty we're talking about after all. They're the company that always releases perfect updates, and every single time they update the game, they make it better. It's always 2 steps forward with them. It's never a step or 3 backwards. It's always improvements. Or at least that's what you'd like to think from a multi-billion-dollar company whose reputation is in the gutter right now. But of course, in classic Call of Duty fashion, they release a brand new update and fundamentally break something that ruins the experience for many on this game. Now, some of you that love to just bootlick for this company will say, well, matchmaking was only down for a short while. They were able to reestablish it and everything's working fine now. So why the fuss? Why the whining, as so many of them will say? It's because it's consistent with what they're always doing. It's never an update where it's 2 steps forward. It's always an update with 1 step forward and 2 to 5 steps backwards. It's always the game is temporarily unavailable, and people just want to continuously make excuses for the billion-dollar company that can't get these things right. Now, I get it. Updating a game has a wealth of complexity to it. And I'm not trying to make it as simple as you just have to click live and everything's going to function as intended. There are going to be issues, but it consistently ruins this game and makes it unplayable at times whenever they update it. And that's the real issue. I could be okay with a bug here or a bug there, but fundamentally destroying your entire matchmaking system for a game that's always online, mind you, is insane to me. And is something that should never pass quality control, but it always does. I'm all for giving them the benefit of the doubt sometimes, but I think at this point in time, they have lost the benefit of the doubt. The incompetency is just on display all the time. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter how great an update looks. You always have this thought in the back of your head, what are we losing as a result of this update? And today it was matchmaking. But hey, don't worry, the store was working fine. That's what they care about, and it's so blatant. Their greed is right in front of you, and so many of you excuse it. And I hate the fact that this community is now an us versus them mentality, but that's exactly what it's become. And it plays right into Activision's hands. Because instead of this community as a whole holding them accountable, it's a community divided. Always trying to find the easiest excuse to at least prop up Activision a little bit more. Just paint us all as haters. Paint us all as a bunch of whiners. I don't complain like this about other games because I don't love other games the same way I love Call of Duty. Okay? I could come on here and complain about Halo if I gave a crap about Halo. The truth is the best thing that's come out of Halo was produced in 2015. Unfortunately, they have other games that came out since then that haven't performed too well. And even that game that came out in 2015 took about 5 years to get good. With Call of Duty, it feels like they haven't produced anything of quality since, some would argue 2019, but I'd at least say 2020. Because I do like Black Ops Cold War. I think that is a competent Call of Duty game. A game, mind you, that had its flaws, had its issues, but over time got better. I don't see that with Black Ops 6. I don't see that with the current iteration of Warzone. I don't see this game getting better. It was fine during the beta. It had its problems, it had its flaws. It was fine during the launch of the game, but these games are supposed to get better as time goes on, and that's not what I'm witnessing right now. And I think we need to hold these guys to a higher standard, especially when they're the second most played game on the planet, especially when they're turning over millions and millions and millions of dollars of revenue every single week. You're rewarding this. You're saying it's fine. And your actions follow up your words perfectly. All those people that run to the defense of Activision, run to the defense of Call of Duty, their actions are perfectly aligned with their words. They're going and spending the money. They're not just defending them over on YouTube, over on Twitter or Reddit. They're also spending the money in the store. So they are good little sheep, just as Activision would like. And when you have updates like this one that break matchmaking, it should be talked about. It should matter to you. I'm not saying necessarily it's going to turn you off of the game or you shouldn't play the game anymore. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you shouldn't reward them for it. But someone logged onto the game today, realized they couldn't play, went to Reddit or YouTube, defended Activision, and then right away bought a brand new bundle because it was available in the store. And that's why none of this gets better. That's why we're constantly having these arguments. This is a multi-billion-dollar company that can't push out an update without it breaking something. And yeah, I know, that's hyperbolic because they have made competent updates this year. But right now, with the game having this microscope of negativity surrounding it, you'd think maybe, hey, we'd put a little bit of extra effort in. People are a little pissed off about the amount of greed that's in the game. Maybe we can show them that, hey, we do care about creating a great game for everybody. But they don't. Like, their lack of care is on full display. They just don't. They simply do not care about Call of Duty. They do not care about your experience. All they care about is money. And I don't know why people continue to play it. I don't know why people continue to support it. It just doesn't make sense to me. I get the game can be fun. I understand that. But like, Halo Infinite had its fun moments. I wasn't out here shilling for it. It was a poorly constructed idea. It was great that it was free to play. But at the core of it, at the end of it, it was still such a disappointing experience because they just decided to mail it in. They had a good idea, but they're like, whatever. We'll just push heavy monetization and not have any content to support it. And that's similar to what we're seeing with Black Ops 6. The content that's available, on multiplayer especially, isn't very good. Same thing goes with Warzone. The content here just isn't that great. It should be far better. And the experience should be far better. But we're not in an experience-driven business anymore. It's not about that. It's all about manipulation. How far can we manipulate this community so that they continue to spend money and we can continue to put less and less time and effort into this thing? Because like, I look at what Fortnite created with their Squid Game collaboration. It blows what Call of Duty did out of the water, and it's indefensible that Call of Duty, all they could muster up is a couple game modes here and there, and that's about it. Couldn't do like an elimination Squid Game thing, couldn't incorporate some challenges to go alongside the Squid Game event or anything like that. No. Too much effort, too much time, too much work. And that's how it comes across to me. It's the same thing with these updates. It comes across as they just don't care. It's too much time, it's too much effort, it's too much work. Well, guess what? This is the result. And so many of you flock to defend them, flock to bootlick for them, and flock to the store as a result. Oh, there's a unicorn fart. I need to have that. No one cares. I think I have been assassinated in Call of Duty maybe 20 times ever since they included the finishing move in this game or in this franchise. I never think to myself, wow, I really wish I had that one. I don't care. I just don't. Like, it doesn't work on me. And I know that I'm not like, I am not the market that they're going after. I'm not the person that they're trying to cater the game to. I've come to that realization, and I totally understand that. But I really wish that people would stop getting sucked in with the clear marketing tactics, because that's all Call of Duty does now, is they market to you all the time. They're always trying to promote their game. They're always trying to promote their monetization. They're not trying to promote their experience, ever. That's what they always do. Like, I really wish people understood that and could see that. They're not ever trying to promote the game. They're trying to promote the monetization, promote the extras, the Black Cell Battle Pass, the event pass, or whatever it was. That's what they want you to do. They don't care about selling their game. Their game's going to sell regardless. They need you to spend more money in the game because that's where the effort is. Not in the game itself, but in the microtransactions that they've created or have allowed AI to create, because that's how it feels sometimes. But overall, it's a new update. And it's an update that is trying to fix a few things. You know, there were some issues in Warzone about crashing that they have seemingly fixed, which is good. That should be the talking point of this update. They finally made substantial strides to improve the experience of Warzone. But instead, what we're remembering from this update is the fact that matchmaking didn't work. And then they decided to gaslight us all with an update from Call of Duty updates on Twitter telling us that the matchmaking is just a result of the update rolling out. Like, they haven't rolled out these updates for years and it's never caused this type of problem. It's mind-blowing. But yeah, I get it. Continue to lower my expectations, continue to lower the bar until I get to a point where I'm like, hey, you know what, at least it works, at least it turns on. I don't know what the end result is. I don't know what the end goal is, but it certainly doesn't excite me to want to play. And that's the real issue here. I should want to play your video game. Instead, I'm provided every reason not to play it. And for somebody who proclaims, like I do, to love this franchise, I just love it if they gave me a reason to play the game. That's what I'd honestly like. Like, I didn't complete the Squid Game event pass or whatever it was. I didn't earn enough XP. I don't even know if the event's still on, to tell you the truth, because I haven't turned the game on like in a week or so, because there's nothing there for me. I feel so disconnected from it. It really reminds me of what happened during the Modern Warfare 2 era, where I just felt extremely disconnected from the game. Because it's not trying to be anything. It's not trying to do anything. It's just a front to sell skins. And that's just not what I jive with. I'd like to have something enjoyable. I'd like to have some fun. I'd like it to not feel like I'm constantly being manipulated. This isn't like some toxic relationship that I'm a part of, like, or maybe it is. Maybe that's exactly what Call of Duty is. Maybe it is just a toxic relationship. But yeah, that's it for this video. I just wanted to talk quickly about the new update. I really hate making these videos. I really do. It really becomes tiresome to talk about like the same issues over and over and over again. But nothing seems to get better. So I'll continue to yell into the void, and maybe you'll join me along the way as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please hit that subscribe button. I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.